Hello you guys, welcome to our grand finale. So typically I go through and show you guys the Safe Haven 5, but I've already given you guys a lot of info on that, and all of the videos that I've showed you are typically what I demo. So we're gonna go through and show you how to clean my kitchen. I was getting ready to clean it up to do this video and I was like, you know what? This is something that everybody does, I'm gonna show them. Okay, so first off, I have my mop because I keep walking on all these gritty things, so I'm going to clean my floors first so I'm not just continuing to drag it around. So with this, you just want to make sure that you're going in a figure 8, and the reason for that is to keep everything that is chunky, that isn't going to cling to the mop, in front. And then as soon as we're done with it, we'll just go through with an EnviroCloth and get it all picked up. And my floors, you guys, whew, I like to go around the edges first and then go to the middle. So you guys are going to get to see all of that. I have a tricky corner here. All right. So now I'm just going to go in a figure 8 and get the rest of my floor here. So right now I am using the yellow mop pad, which is our dry mop pad. So this is going to be basically like your broom and dustpan, okay? So then when you're done with it, I'm going to do something that I don't typically do when cleaning my house, but I'm going to show you guys what all I picked up, okay? So when you're done with it, the rubber brush is your best friend with the broom. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to dust my rubber brush off with it, or my mop head off with the rubber brush. I'm going to do it down here on the floor so I don't make a huge mess, okay? You guys can see how quick and simple this is just to get everything off the mop so you can reuse it again. All right, so I'm gonna put that up there and show you guys. This is everything that was clinging to the mop head, okay? Then, with what wasn't clinging to the mop head, I have a wet EnviroCloth here, and I just take this along the floor, right where everything is, because it's right there in a nice neat pile for me. And I pick it all up, okay? You see all that? Yuck. Toddlers, you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this to the side here. So now that I've got my floors swept, I'm gonna go ahead and mop them. So the reason I'm gonna go ahead and mop them is because with this, I am not scared that I'm walking on wet floors. Because even with walking on wet floors, I don't get footprints, okay? So let me grab my wet mop pad here. And I'll show you guys quick. We're gonna turn you a little bit more towards the sink. And I have some dishes for you guys to show. So I'm gonna take my wet mop pad, which is the blue mop pad. And I'm just gonna get this a little bit wet. I just run it under water really quick, fold it all together, and wring it out, okay? And then I plop this down. And this is just a Velcro system. So it just snaps right on there. And the mop goes to the height that you want it to be. Okay, so I'm gonna go through here. We have some mud that was tracked through the house, and we have a ton of toddler spills. It's been a good little bit since I've mopped my floors, so they needed this. All right. Finish this quick. All right, you guys, so then when I'm done with that, so that my mop pad isn't just sitting on my floor, I'm gonna make it short, okay? It's very short. Then I'm just gonna hang it on my counter like this to dry. Let me aim this down for you guys so you can see. So you guys can see it's not touching the floor, okay? So it's going to sit there and dry. I'm actually gonna move it out of my way though. Okay, hang it there to dry. Okay, so next, after done with the floors, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down my countertops, okay? So the kitchen cloth is my absolute favorite to wipe down countertops. And the reason being is because it's got all of these lovely little channels that just trap all of those crumbs, okay? So I'm gonna get this wet. And you guys, funny story. I already had a kitchen cloth laying around that was wet, right 5 minutes before this, and I can't find it. So it's somewhere. So I'm gonna start over here. This is my worst crumb area right now. We had eggs and toast this morning for breakfast, and we have a lot of crumbs over here. So you guys can see all the crumbs that are clinging to that. And I'm just gonna keep going, okay? So So I'm just going to keep going, and we have a ton of crumbs over here too because this is where our toaster is. And then I want to show you guys, when I'm done with this, I'm not like treating it special. I'm literally just pulling it up, okay? I'm not having to like catch the crumbs on the edge or anything like that. Do you see all of those crumbs that are just trapped in there? Okay, so now I'm gonna rinse these out. I'm gonna get a quick, we have a few crumbs on the stove, so I'm gonna quick wipe the stove. Now I'm not worried about getting all the stuff that is like really baked on there because I have cleaning paste for that. Okay, so I'm gonna move you guys over here. We wiped down the stove. Next we're gonna go ahead and wipe down these dishes, okay? I'm hoping that I can do this at an angle that I can show you guys. So the reason I wanted to show you this is because I recently just found a method to do dishes super quick when you don't have a ton. Okay, so I have my sink caddy here and I have my dishwashing liquid. So I've got the netted dishcloth here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it wet, just barely. And I'm gonna take my dish soap here and my pan. And you guys, I know it might be backwards, but I have been using this since January of last year. And I still have some, okay? So I'm literally putting just a dab in here. Oops. Might help if I put it back where it belongs. And then I'm gonna take my netted dishcloth and I'm gonna move it all around in there, fling some water around. But can you guys see the suds that I'm building up all in my dishcloth and all in here? So I don't have to fill my sink with water. I just do this, put it in the sink to go to the next thing, wipe down the next thing. And the netted part of this grabs everything, so there's hardly any scrubbing involved. We had homemade pizza, and that's what was on this pan. I should have shown you guys it before I wiped it all down. But literally just did 2 dishes there, and you guys, I do an entire sink full of dishes like this. I'm not filling my sink with water anymore. So I'm just gonna set these off to the side, and I don't know if you guys can see here, but I have my dish mat, and it's amazing because it also has the same like netted dishcloth pattern that the dishcloth has. It's like a mesh on top, and what that does is so that when you sit cups and stuff down, it lets air get in there so they're not trapping all the moisture in, because you know when you put cups down on the mats, you flip them over and they're still super wet inside. It's allowing that not to happen. So I'm just going to, oh my gosh, hey, I looked in the sink multiple times for that dishcloth. Oh boy, it's a day. All right, you guys all have those, so I'm sure you understand. So I just wiped down my sink here, and I just noticed that I have a rough spot. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can get you guys to see this quick. Okay. So I have a rust spot down here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. All right. I have a rust spot right here, okay? I don't know if you guys can see it there. It's like this little ring, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this dishcloth here. I'm gonna grab my cleaning paste. So the cleaning paste, my toddlers were throwing this around and busted it all up. So it's like kind of mangled back together, but I got it wet to get it back together. I am literally, see if I can get this down here for you guys again. I'm literally just going to wipe this spot away, okay? Boom, it's already gone, all right? So, now that we just did all the dishes and wiped all the stuff from the sink down, next I'm gonna go over to my stovetop. So, let's travel over to the stove. We're gonna take our cleaning paste with us because it is my stovetop's best friend. Okay, so can you guys see like this burnt on ring here that I've got? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of our Enviro scrubs and I'm gonna wipe that down. So the Enviro scrub has a scrubby on one side and then it's like an Enviro cloth on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to rub this in the cleaning paste. I'm just gonna take this and get everything on my stove right off. Okay, and I had some good built up like egg from the husband cooking eggs this morning on there. All right, so then I'm doing this with the scrubby side. And when I'm done, that one's really good on there. So when I'm done, I'm just gonna flip it over to the Enviro scrub on the Enviro cloth side. I'm gonna wipe everything down. And then just dry it off. Okay, and you guys can see that ring is gone. All right, so last part for my kitchen. Well, I've got two more things for you guys quick, okay? Last part for my kitchen, I'm gonna zoom you guys out here. And we're gonna go up a little bit. I'm hoping that you guys can see. I have a ton of smudges on my microwave. So Norwich just recently brought out this stainless steel cloth, okay? It's a little bit fuzzy on one side, which is great for pulling the grime off. And then the other side is like a window cloth, okay? So what I was using before, and what you guys can still use, is an Enviro cloth wet to clean everything off, and then following with a window cloth to shine it, okay? But with this, I get it very, like I get it wet, but it's pretty, I wrung it out pretty good, okay? I'm actually gonna wring it out a little bit more here. So I like it just very slightly damp, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this fuzzy side and get everything off, and then I'm gonna take the window cloth side to like finalize it, and it's going to come out completely streak free, and everything just wipes off so easily that I don't have to worry about anything. It's so quick to wipe down my stainless steel now. I love it. All right, so microwave is done. Flip it over to the window cloth side. Stove is almost done. Gotta do this big part here. And you guys, especially if you have big families, if you run through kitchen towels galore, the kitchen towel holds so much water. It's crazy. You can have a huge family get together and only have to use one towel. You don't have to rotate them. You don't have to do any of that. You just grab the one kitchen towel and you're done. Okay, flip it over to the window cloth side here quick. All right, and then you guys get to see the dishwasher is always the worst, okay? You ready? Let's see if we can get you guys down there. Sorry. Trying to work with the tripod here so I can get you guys, okay. You're not able to see this easily, so let's see if we can get a better angle. There you can see some. All right, so what I'm gonna do is again, take the fuzzy side, and I'm gonna clean all this off. And it's best if you go with the grain, just because then you don't have to worry about anything else. A good chunky spot there. Wipe this down. Flip it over to the window cloth side. And finish it all off. And then when it dries, it's gonna be nice and beautiful and shiny and streak free. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you guys, I unloaded my dishwasher and partially reloaded it. So this is the last thing that is major for me in my kitchen. I switched to this last May and it has been huge for me, okay? I don't even have to hardly rinse off my dishes to put them in the dishwasher anymore. So what I'm gonna do, this is our Ultrazyme dish powder, dishwashing powder. And there's a little scoop in here, okay? And one of these lasts me about 4 to 5 months. So I only fill it about half full. And I put it in both my regular wash and my pre-wash slot. And then these guys go together great. If you don't have this, another great natural alternative is vinegar. This is our Rinse-Aid Plus. So this is like your Finish Rinse-Aid or Lemmy Shine or whatever you guys are using. So I just put that in our holder because it was low. And then this is all ready to go. And you guys, I have put like baked on goods in here and it got completely clean, okay? I have pictures in my VIP group if you're not already in there, and you can check those out. They're pretty like mind-blowing to me because I always used to like basically wash before washing, and now I don't have to. I save so much time. Okay, so that is all that we have for the kitchen. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. It's definitely different for me. However, my kitchen is now clean and I can go enjoy the rest of my day until lunch or supper messes it completely up again. Have a good day.